Right, you guys, make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mikez, okay? Make sure. If you don't subscribe to Mikez, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Boom, I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him, make sure you do still. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello and welcome back to another video, people. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribing if you are new. And yeah, we are basically in the process of getting a new midfielder. You'd like to think so anyway, but there's been a couple reports on West Ham trying to find a new midfielder because of the sale of Edson Alvarez that is supposedly imminent. We will see, of course, but it supposedly is imminent. So Edson Alvarez has been linked with a move away for a little bit still. He was actually linked with a move away last year to Manchester United, to Monaco. I'm pretty sure Monaco as well. I could be wrong. But also, to yesterday, it was reported that he was very close to becoming a Fenerbache player. And even Fabrizio Romano tweeted 9 hours today that Edson Alvarez can become Fenerbache new player today already. So hopefully you'd like to think West Ham have a replacement lineup. Because even though we've got a lot of midfielders already, even though we've got 2 6s technically in Potts and Rodriguez, even forget that. I need someone who, if you're not going to sign a 6 and an 8, I need someone that can play both really well. I need someone that's technically gifted but can play both the 6 and the number 8 really well, to then really process in my head how we're going to figure this out tactically. Because I think it's very worrying the fact that Freddie Potts played all preseason only for him to not play a single minute, against Sunderland and stuff. I believe he should play against Chelsea, but no Potter, because he's shown that he's a pussy. He probably won't play against Chelsea because he will see as lambs to the slaughter, even though if you're a first team player, you should be ready for any form of game. You should be ready for any form of game. So I don't believe in that. But apparently, Edson Alvarez is going to become a new player for Fenerbahce very soon. My whole thing is to do with that is the fact that there's a lot of people complaining about it. There's a lot of people complaining. Now, I think he's part of the problem. I think he's part of the problem with the midfield. Now, he hasn't played as of recently. And yes, I don't think the alternatives are good enough either. But two things can coexist. People have stupid arguments when it comes to football. They don't know how to argue. They don't know how to debate. It's like if Edson Alvarez leaves, that means you think Ward-Prowse and Rodriguez are good enough. No. I don't want any of them near us. I don't want any of them near, the starting 11 at this current moment in time. I don't even want them in the club, to be honest with you. That's why I think Souček and Paquetá can both... Well, Paquetá can start. Souček can play a role. Freddie Potts can play a role. He can be a squad player. Doesn't have to be starting 6. I would start him right now. But those are the midfielders I keep. Unless you're talking about... I'd keep Andy Irving as a squad player. Just as a squad player, though. Just as a backup 8 or whatever. Just a backup. He is like 5th choice midfielder. But if we need to get players off our books, then he could go. But we need to get a significant upgrade. Because my whole thing is with Edson Alvarez, everyone complains about the lack of ability, the lack of technical ability at the club, lack of energy, lack of speed. That's in the midfield. But then you want to keep Edson Alvarez. It's always like we need someone more mobile next to him to bail him out. Why can't he just be a bit more mobile? There are mobile 6s that exist in this world. There are mobile number 6s that exist in this world. Let's be real. So I'm not trying to hear anything about the number 8 covers for the number 6 all the time. You're the number 6. You're meant to be covering everyone else. You're meant to be covering all the spaces that are being left in behind. Let's not act like you can't get a mobile number 6 that can pass it between the lines, that can set the play, that can dictate the play, that can spray passes, etc. as well. Because this is the problem with people here. There's some dickhead in my chat talking about in my watch along, if Edson Alvarez was in this team, then West Ham wouldn't be getting battered right now. Edson Alvarez has been part of West Ham batterings. He's been part of West Ham batterings. You're telling me Edson Alvarez would have stopped them 3 goals? Do you know what's so funny? People are going to use the argument of, well, Granit Xhaka, yes, someone's debating him out with Diarra. But Xhaka can actually still pass the fucking football. He can pass in between the lines. If you play him a bit further forward, he can box crash if you really want him to. But my great example when it comes to midfielders is, for me, someone who played against us on Saturday for Sunderland was Habib Diarra. I think his name's Habib Diarra. Let's just call him Diarra. Diarra for Sunderland, they got him off Strasbourg. Sunderland got Leverkusen's midfielder and Strasbourg's midfielder, but West Ham, they can't sign anyone. West Ham can't sign anyone because West Ham are useless. West Ham can't attract anyone, which I've been saying, but they have it in their head that they can't attract anyone, so they don't go out and be ambitious. It's like when Wolves were struggling, they got Andre. When Wolves were struggling, they got Andre. When West Ham, this is the same West Ham United that got Lucas Paquetá for Lyon. That's the same West Ham that at the time got Mohamed Kudus from Ajax when other teams were interested. So let's not act like we can't present that into players. The fact that we even got Hermansen on a free run at Hermansen or getting Diouf in when they're all highly touted. That teams still would want to move to West Ham, funny enough. That's the crazy part about all of this, is that players still want to move to West Ham. I didn't think that would happen. I've said this before. You can't be the fat guy moving to the fit girl in the club. You can't be. We're the fat guy right now. But we're the fat guy that ain't eating in days, that thinks not eating is just going to lose weight. You can't starve yourself. You can't just starve yourself without exercising. Eat healthy at least. Go and get a new player. Go and get a player that's going to uplift you. That's my whole problem when it comes to West Ham United. So Edson Alvarez isn't a solution. He's part of the problem. Ward-Prowse is part of the problem. Rodriguez is part of the problem. Need I say any more? Them man have got a combined speed of 20, if you were doing it in FIFA terms. In Football Manager terms, they've got a combined speed of 5. 5. Because it's out of 20 on Football Manager. We don't have mobile midfielders. We don't have mobile midfielders. We need mobile midfielders, dictate the play, technical ability. Which leads me on to the fact that West Ham are trying to find a replacement, but apparently the first target that West Ham are going to be looking for is actually a midfielder that played against us, funny enough. It is a guy called... how the fuck am I going to pronounce this? Jesus Christ. Mikez. I'm definitely not trying to pronounce his first name, but Mikez from Lille. So apparently this guy played against us for Lille. This is actually one of the preseason games I didn't watch. This is yet to be fully confirmed because our other targets the club are also exploring, but it could see West Ham make a move. The fact that this is the only name that's popping up leads me onto the fact that West Ham do want to move for this player. They do want to move for this player, surely. Unless there's some other targets we don't know about, because we know the Fernandes deal is done. We're not getting El Khanis. We need an 8. Or someone who can play the 6 and an 8. I need to see Alvarez gone. I need to see Ward-Prowse dropped. But the problem is with Graham Potter, he's not going to drop him. He's not dropping him. So, God knows what's going to happen from here. God knows what's going to happen from here. We're going to be live, hopefully, twice today for a Chelsea preview and also for the show with Elijah. So come and check that out. And yeah, like the video, subscribe if you're new. Social media's in the description. Take care and peace.